Hello everybody. Today I'm going to do a little special shave. It's my colleague at work, Jonathan, or Jonathan as you say in England or America. Jonathan. His name is Jonathan, and he's been talking to me a couple of days ago that he was interested into starting to do wet shaves. And I asked him, what kind of wet shaves are you thinking of? Ask him if you want to use some safety razors. In Swedish we say säkerhetshyvel. Det här är en säkerhetshyvel, Jonathan, så att du vet vad jag pratar om. Ask him about safety razors, or I asked him if he want to use a straight razor, or if he maybe want to use some kind of shavettes. This is my first shavette I got, Sailor's, very cheap one, and he just looked at me and said, I don't really know what you're talking about. So I asked him if I could do a video for him and explain a little bit about these different kind of shaving tools you can use. I know when I'm looking at videos and people looking at my videos, we're talking about straight razors with different kind of honing and different kind of hollow grounds or wedges or so ever, and so on, and different kind of shavettes with different kind of blades you use, hair shapers, vex shavers, shavettes, whatever you use, and use D blades. On this one you got a mild, aggressive with open comb and so on and so on and so on. It's difficult for a person that never have seen these things, of course, but don't know what we are talking about. So I thought I could give him just some couple of shavers that he can get some kind of idea of what I'm talking about, and then we can next week sit down and talk about what he actually want to try. I got a couple of razors, shavettes and so on. Maybe he wants to try them, and in my mind, why don't give him a couple of blades and give him some soaps and so on, so he can try. He's a young fellow, he's got a beard. He's not going to shave off all the beard. He just want to have something to clean up, get a really nice edges here and under here, of course. He's got the mustache and everything, so he's a bearded man. So I was thinking I maybe could give him some kind of tips on the way. And of course I want you follow on my channel to give him some tips. He's actually the last subscriber I got, so I'm one reason I want to give him some information is if you subscribe to my channel, I will give you as much as help I can. No, I'm just kidding. He's following my channel, so if you have any better ideas or think that he's not talking about the right thing or whatever it is, just comment on my video below here, and he's definitely gonna read these comments, and I hope you will help him as much as I will try to do. Enough talking about that. I'm gonna use Art of Shaving OUD scented soap, almost finished, and maybe next week I'm gonna take this with me to Jonathan, so he can feel the scent of it, and thinking about taking a couple of soaps with me and let him sniff it and see what he thinks. Gonna finish with Pinaud Clubman, and the brush I'm gonna use is the synthetic brush. So I hope I don't do a big mess of it. I hope not. And as you saw, I'm gonna use all these 3 shaving gears, and we shall see if I manage to do a shave without cutting myself. As you see here, 2 days ago, I cut myself. with this I wasn't so focused. I just did a shave and things happens. I just dipped the brush in cold water and I swirl it like this a couple of times. And the soap is so the cream is so soft, so I got enough cream on the brush, so I can build up a ladder. I think I'm gonna speak English and speak Swedish in this video, so if you want to know what I'm saying in Swedish, you have to figure it out yourself. I try to speak English all the time because it's difficult to speak two languages at the same time. Oh, it's actually much more difficult to speak English all the time. But Jonathan, I know you got a beard and moustache. You don't have to lather your whole face, just the areas you want to shave. So you have to lather this part and of course your cheeks here and under your beard. And it's the same thing as I do now. Take a little bit of soap and on your brush. I'm gonna show you, I'll talk to you about it in next week, just how to build up a ladder. It's something you have to practice a little bit. It's trial and error to find the right amount of soap and water to get a nice pasty or wet ladder. It depends on what you want. Got so many tools here, so I don't know if I'm gonna fit with everything here. Okay. So I was thinking of trying this, showing this Gillette Super Speed that I got. It's I think it's a mild razor, and I think if you're a beginner, don't start with an aggressive razor. I got a Gillette Platinum blade, second use. It's very easy to load, Jonathan. You got the blade, you open it. There's a place where you just put the blade in and then just swirl this and it's ready to go. I always rinse my razor first, and if you just want to do cleanup pass here, go with the grains. I'm gonna explain it next time when we meet what I mean. Just put the razor on your face and find the right angle. It's difficult to say which angle you're gonna get. It depends on what kind of razors you use. And just gently try to push up your cheeks. You can hear the blade. And just follow the contour of your beard. And that's enough to get this part clean for the first pass. And when you do under your, I'm pretending that this is my beard because I don't have so much growth. And if you want to clean up under your beard, it's the same thing. Find out where the beard goes. If you can see your beard, take your fingers and follow the line. Okay, here I want to do it clean. You take your razor, pull a little bit, and try to find the edge of the razor and do these small strokes and do the cleanup to get rid of the first hairs you get. So this is very simple to use. It's like a cartridge razor, but you only got one blade in it, and it's no pressure at all. Just put it on your face and just gently drag. No push, no pulling, nothing. Just easily let the razor do its work, and you get away with the whiskers. So this is a second receiver. You can buy this one cheap and very expensive. Depends on how much money you want to spend. And if you want to try shavette or straight razor, it looks almost the same, but in this case, in this shavette, you have a insert here. You just pull it out and you put en half D-blade, alltså säkerhets, vanligt sån här, talking Swedish nu, ett vanligt rakblad som man delar på mitten, så får man ena halvan få plats i denna, i de små pinnarna som finns där. Och du laddar den där och så stoppar du in den i denna. Ett sätt att ladda, det finns många olika typer av shavettes. Just told him how easy it is to load this one. And there are different kind of shavettes, different kind of methods to load. But this is simple, cheap one, plastic, some kind of metal, just bent and squeezed together. My first shavette works really fine. And I got a feather blade first use. Samma sak här, Jonathan, om du vill hitta kanten, du kan antingen göra rent så om du vill med ditt finger. Just telling him he can clean up and show where the beard growth, and then just take the razor. This is a technique you have to learn to get the right angle. Difficult to show you here, but if you get flat here, you have to put it out a little bit, not too much. Just to get the right angle, and then just gently put it on your face and pull out your cheeks and drag a little bit on your skin here. And you get nice line you can get here, and if you are very good at it, you can use like this or this, but the first pass is just do that. Follow your stroke from north to south. And if you want to clean up under here, same thing. It's much easier to show where the line is if you beard grows here. Get the ladder on and then drag your finger by the line, and you can see where the beard is, so it's much easier to find a new fine line. Same here, pull your head back and pull your skin down, and you get the stretch and find where the angle of your razor is, and just easy strokes, no pushing, just follow your beard line. And when that's done, you can take the rest part of your very gentle with this one. Of course, I'm gonna explain it much more better when I'm at work next week. There are two different types of equipment to use. Both uses razor blades. This one uses a whole D blade. This one have a half D blade. And I always use straight razor. So I'm now going to do the rest of my face with my straight razor, and Then I'm going to show you the passes to the other side. Okay, let's do this as I want to do it, with a straight razor. Talking so much so the ladder is drying out. Just gonna add a little bit more water here. He's got a beard, so he don't. I'm not gonna talk about him how to do these strokes here, because the idea of him to get the starting the wedge shave is to do this clean up around his beard. Okay, that was the first pass, and I ladder up more. When I do 2.5 pass. Jonathan, you have to measure out to find out how many passes you want to do. Maybe it's enough with 2 passes. Okay, let's show you how you can do your second pass. Could just take the back side of this, if this is your beard growth here, something like that, and something like that here. And if you want to do the second pass, to follow these lines, up here or down here, take the shavette and do like this. Pull your skin, stretching and tilting your head back, and very gentle strokes. You can stop here. You get just a nice line to follow. The same thing is here. If you want to do this part, puff up the cheek. Using the edge of the razor here to follow your mustache area. Do like that to follow the area. Or you can use these to go like this. Whatever fits you. Something you have to figure out yourself. What works for you and what doesn't work. And if you're going to use the eraser, the same thing. Pull your skin, tilt your head, and take the razor gently and easy. Follow the line. Just stop where you want, or you can follow the line like this, depending on how your beard grows. And to do this pass here, puff up the chin, maybe pull here, follow the line, or you can find a nice line here. It's just about the technique you want to use and what equipment you prefer to use. I prefer to use straight razor, so I'm gonna just add a little bit of water here. So I'm just gonna do the shave with my straight razor. Start here. If you want to use a straight razor, like this one or some other straight razor, the thing is, if you want to use a straight razor, you have to get your strop and learn to strop. A strop, Jonathan, is a strigel, where you just strop your razor. But I'm gonna explain everything for you next week when we meet at the job or work. You don't need so much lather on your brush, because you're only going to shave this part on the cheeks. So it's something you have to try out, see how much lather you need on your face. And you don't have to lather up all the beard or mustache, there's no point. The thing you have to do is to get a really nice beard oil or something balm. I don't know what you're gonna buy. I have no experience of it, but something you have to work out yourself. And when you do these strokes, you can do it 2-3 times and then you're finished. As I do 2 passes, one from north to south and one from south to north, and now I do a half pass to just take this part here, because I don't get all that so clean. I'm going to show you a new kind of strokes I've been practicing this week. I hope I do it without cutting myself. I have problems with these areas. I never get it real quite clean, so I have started to do some kind of strange stroke here. and it gets really close. It looks really funny, I know. I have not mastered it fully yet, but it works really nice. Little cut here. Now I hold the razor like this. Looks funny, but it works. I just have to get good grip on it. It actually works really fine. And I just do this part here. Really close, really nice. That was the shave. So Jonathan, I'm going to discuss with you about these two equipment and of course straight razor. So we're going to see what you're going to like and what you prefer. I got a couple of razors you maybe want to try. I can borrow you this one, I can borrow you this one if you want, and a couple of blades. I'm not sure I want to give you my straight razors because I want to keep for myself. Okay, I'm just going to rinse, I'll be back in a couple of seconds. I was thinking about getting some soaps and some splashes you maybe want to smell and see what you like, and maybe I can give you some samples. Just scoop out something so you can try it. "28 minutes, about 10 minutes longer, no, not 10 minutes, yeah, maybe 10 minutes longer than I used to do my shaves, but this shave was for Jonathan, a colleague at my work, so I hope I gave you some ideas of what you can use to trim your beard, not trim your beard, to the shaving parts here and here to get fine lines. And if you are watching this, whoever is watching this, you have better ideas, a better tip than I have, just write down here on the description, on the comments, and give him some tips and ideas. I think he's going to be really satisfied and happy to see all the comments you can give him and tips you can give him, because he thinks it's fun to learn new things. He said he was thinking about it a couple of weeks, and why don't give him a big chance to get a lot of information and try some products and see what he thinks about it, and then he can decide if he wants to buy new stuff and start to do real wet shaves. He's a young guy. I hope he want to enjoy this really much. I thank you everyone for watching, and I hope you're all going to have a really nice weekend. See you next time. Jonathan, vi ses på måndag. Ha det bra. Bye bye.